welcome back. So today I'm actually going to show you guys how to make my most requested cake, which is of course the unicorn cake. It's so popular. I'm not even sure what it is about it. Like, I think all girls, kids love it. It's actually a really nice cake. I shouldn't say I don't know why, because it's just adorable. Like, you can do anything with it. Color-wise, you can do any color, pastel colors, bright colors, rainbow colors. It's super cute. Anyway, so I'm going to do that today, which I'm actually really excited about because so many people have asked me how to make it. So we're going to do that today. And actually today I'm also excited because I get to try this new fondant, which is a cakewalk fondant. Which, if you're not familiar with Cakewalk, it's a store that's located in the IE, which is the Inland Empire. For me, it's actually a little far out from where I live, but there's a lot of really cool items from that store that I actually like, and I go there probably once a month to get everything in bulk, since it is pretty far. Anyway, they came out with a new fondant, and that's really cool. Like, it's the only store that carries their own brand fondant, which is really awesome. And congratulations to them. So I'm going to be trying out their fondant today, and I'll let you guys know how that works out. I'm going to show you everything that I use to make that cake. So the most important thing that we're going to be using today is our piping bags, which that's how they get, you know, their unicorn hair. We're going to be doing 3 different colors. I think we're going to stick to 3 different colors, and I'm actually going to mix them all together so it's going to look like a rainbow effect. And we're going to use yellow, purple, and pink. And I think we're going to do pastel colors. Not sure yet, but I think that's the direction I'm going in. And then I also have some bowls and some mixing spoons to mix that all together. Like I said, we're going to do white fondant. We're going to start with white fondant, but eventually paint it gold. And I have my gold here with a little bit of lemon extract. And then I have some glitter, because I always add glitter to the unicorn cake. It's my favorite, so cute. And my paintbrushes. And then I have some sprinkles here. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them yet, but I have pastel sprinkles here. And then I think that's about it. So, oh, I also have my fondant mat here because we will be working with fondant today. And then I have a dowel here. We're going to be sticking the dowel into the unicorn horn. And then I also have my blade here. Anyway, I don't want to bombard you with a bunch of items, but this is basically what we're going to use. And then I will leave all the items listed in the description bar, so that way you don't get confused on what it is. My piping bags already have the tip in it. And I'm going to be using 2 piping bags with the number 21 fitted to the tip. And then I have 1 star bag, a large star. And this is a number 824. You can get the piping bags and tips anywhere, but yeah, these are the numbers that I'm going to be using today. But like I said, I'll leave everything listed down below so that you guys don't get confused on what I have, since everything is everywhere. So yeah, let's get started. I'm really excited to see how this cake turns out. Alright, so first we're actually going to start with the unicorn horn. I'm going to make that first. This fondant is very, very soft. It's nice. Okay. So I'm just going to knead my fondant until it's nice and soft. Okay. And I'm just going to roll that out, kind of like a long snake. And the trick is, you want one side to be longer, thicker than the other. So it's my left, so you're right, I guess. So you're just going to make that side a little thinner. And then keep this side pretty thick. Okay, so you want this side to be thick and then this side to be thin. And now I'm going to grab a dowel, and then I'm just going to wet it. Just going to put water on one side only. And this is the tricky part. So you're just going to wet one side. And then I'm going to grab my dowel, and I'm going to start from the top only. So I'm just going to wrap that around, and then I'm going to push from the bottom to the top. And then you just want the tip to be a little bit close, like you want to close stitch there. And then you can start to wrap the rest of the fondant around. So it just depends how long you want your unicorn horn to be. I don't need it that long, so I'm probably gonna stop right here. Yeah. Then you can just cut it off. It doesn't matter if it's noticeable because we are gonna cover that with icing. So here is my unicorn horn. And then I'm just going to put that on my mat, and then I'm just going to roll it. So you just want to roll it so it has a smooth finish. And then, if there's any pieces that are coming off the tip, sometimes it comes off, so you just have to add a little bit of water. And then you hold it straight, like that. And then you can push it up so it's tight. And that's it. You have your unicorn horn. And then I just lay it flat. Since you're only going to see the front, it doesn't really matter. You can just lay that flat to dry. And now we're going to get started on our ears. So we're just going to roll this flat. And I like to make this fairly thick. Maybe about, I don't know, like an inch. You can roll that out to be an inch, because I like to stick a toothpick through there. You don't have to, but you can if you'd like. That way the ears are more secured, but you don't really have to. And I have my knife here. I don't have like an actual cookie cutter for the ears, so you can just cut it by hand. It's very easy. It kind of looks like a triangle. So yeah, just gonna do that. Perfect. So I just cut out 2 ears, like so. You want to try to make them look similar, obviously. And I mean, there's really no right or wrong way to do this. Some people do their ears flat, some people do them, you know, like a little like closed off, but you don't have to. I'm just gonna leave mine flat, and I'm gonna set them here. And we will come back to that in a little bit. And now I'm just gonna move on to the eyes. So again, I'm gonna roll this out flat. And now I have some lemon extract here, and I'm going to add that into my gold. The lemon extract evaporates once it's dried, so we're just gonna add a little bit of that. And then I'm going to paint my ears. Okay, perfect. You just have to get it to the perfect consistency. And I'm just gonna paint this in here gold. So I just like to make an outline first. Oops. You'll see where I'm going with that. Yeah, so we're just gonna make a little outline. And then paint both of them gold, and then we'll paint the horn gold. Like I said, you just make a little outline. Perfect. So we're gonna do the eyes now. So I'm gonna put my gold aside. And the eyes are a little tricky if you don't have a cookie cutter for the eyes. I don't have one, so I just cut that out by hand. So sometimes it can get a little tricky, but if you have a template, that's always a good idea. I haven't made one yet, so I just cut them by hand. And then I just use the one that I cut by hand as a stencil for the next one. So you just cut that out there. Perfect. And then I'll show you how I clean off the excess on the sides. And just clean it up with the blade itself. And you want to make sure that you have a sharp blade. Cutting things with a blade that isn't sharp is not a good idea. You won't get any crisp edges. So you have to change your blade out a couple times a month if you're using it often, obviously. And I get these pen blades online, or you can always buy them at Hobby Lobby. I know I've seen them there. So that's one eye. And now I'm just gonna cut out the other eye. And I'm gonna use the same eye as a template, and I just turn it around this way so that it's not sticky on the other side. Okay, and it won't stick to the other eye. I'm so excited for this cake. I mean, I've made them so many times, like, I'm like, what can be so different? But I'm just actually really excited for it. I don't know, I think I'm just excited to see the video. Most importantly, just to see the outcome. And it's always fun when you get to make your own cake too. That's what I'm actually pretty excited about, to see if people actually try to make the cake. I don't want to teach people who already know what they're doing. I want to teach people who don't know, so they can try it. It's not that scary or hard. Some people are always like, oh, I'm so scared to do this, I'm so scared to make that cake. But it's not scary. Nothing scary about it. The only scary thing about it is cleaning. And that's actually true. It's very messy, but it's also very fun. Okay, so this fondant is actually super soft. I like that. Okay, so my eyes are done, and we're actually not going to paint these until they're on the cake, so let's put these aside, and I'm going to put them aside backwards too, or, you know, on the back side, so that they can dry. And we'll paint our unicorn horn at the end. Okay guys, so here is my cake. I already have a buttercream covered cake, so that way we make the process faster. We're gonna have to cut it down, and you want to cut your cake, your stick, you know, maybe halfway to the cake. You want that to go into the cake for the extra support. So we just cut this off, and I'm going to find my front side. So it's not a perfectly crumb-coated cake. I just had an extra cake, so I decided I would use that. So I'm going to use this as my front, and I'm just going to make a little indent in there first. Now I'm going to paint my horn. You might just need one coat, depending on what gold you use. This is a pretty good gold. I actually really like this one. This one is from Jane's Cakes, and I just used the lemon extract with it, and it's actually one of my favorite ones. So I had it drying on one side, so obviously that's the flat side. So I'm just going to put this in to my cake, and then I'm going to push it down. Sometimes you want to let your horn dry overnight. That's usually what you do, but since we're making this cake today, I'm just, you know, not letting that dry, so it can get messed up on the top if you're moving your fondant. So yeah, you do let your fondant decorations dry overnight, or, you know, 2 days. A few days is actually best. Okay, so I have another horn here that's been drying for about a week now. I have this cake due next week, so I have several horns that are made already, and it's very hard, so yeah, you can hear that. So this horn would not get messed up if you were pushing it down the cake, so this one kind of did on the bottom, but like I said, it's okay. We're just showing you now. Okay, so now we're actually going to put the eyes onto the cake, and I'm going to show you on this side. So I try to put the eyes in the middle of the unicorn. I mean, not in the middle. So we have to keep the unicorn horn in the middle of the cake, and we want to place our eyes on, you know, one side evenly on the horn. So we're going to do that now. So if you're using fondant, you are going to have to use a little bit of water if your cake is fondant. But my cake is buttercream, so it's gluing on easily. And I'm not even sure if you can see that because they're white, but we're going to paint that gold. And for the ears, I'm just going to bend them a little. I'm going to place them on my cake upright this way. And now we're going to make our buttercream bag. So I'm just going to set this aside. And then I have 3 different colors that I'm going to use. So first, I'm going to add the color. Oops. Oh god. That was a lot. So a little bit of yellow, purple. I like lavender, so the lavender gets a little bit of pink. I always add pink to my lavender. This is electric pink, so wish me luck. And then I just want to add a little bit of buttercream to each one. Since it's a small cake, we don't need a lot. So we're just adding a little bit of buttercream. I'll start with pink first. If the color is too harsh, we'll just add a little bit of more white buttercream. But I think we're good. This color is actually beautiful. So I'm going to mix all 3 of my colors in a bag, but I'm actually going to add white as well. So in order to get your bag to have different colors, you want to try to put the buttercream on different sides. So you want to hold your buttercream bag this way and then just place the color in there. So I'm going to do a little bit of yellow on one side, and then you can press your bag down this way. And now a little bit of purple. The colors are eventually going to get mixed in, so it honestly doesn't even matter. And then a little bit of pink. So now we have like a rainbow effect of colors. You can see that. And then I'm going to do one big star tip bag. Okay. And then the purple, and then a little bit of white. Not too much white on this one. I think I added too much white on the other one. Actually, I can just pipe this in there because it has yellow too. The yellow might be the brightest color in here. That's okay. I think I'm going to do another bag with just pink. I'll just do pink and white. Just so I can have a different color. Yeah, so your piping bag is just going to be mixed in this way. So you might want to pipe a little bit out so that way you get your desired colors. Okay, with this piping bag here, I'm just going to add one star here. And we're going to just do it like that. And now we're just going to pipe hair all over the cake. And I like to put some icing on the back sides of the ears so that way it has something to hold on to. And you want to cover the horn first as well, so that way anything isn't noticeable. So I just put 3 flowers here on top. And now you want to make it cascade down to the back side. So my cake is turned around here, and we're just going to continue to make that color cascade down a little. Just gonna get a little bit of more buttercream. Okay. Kind of turned orange a little. Oops. Air bubble. Okay, so we're just gonna cascade down to the bottom of the cake. And come a little to the side so you can see some hair down here. just like that. You just want it to cascade kind of like a ponytail. I mean, it's the horse's mane, so they don't have too much hair, but they do have hair. Okay, so now we're just gonna pipe a round border on the bottom of the cake. Like I said before, I like to finish off my cakes with a border, so even if it's just a tiny little bit, this is a number 4 tip, round tip, and we're just gonna add a tiny little border on the bottom. It's not necessary, but I like to add it. So we're just adding that tiny border there. And now we're gonna finish our cake off. Sorry, I have a little bit of a mess here. We're gonna finish our cake off with a little bit of glitter, disco dust. And I just add a little bit of it on there, just so it can shine a little different. It's so cute, I love the glitter. You can just add it anywhere you'd like. And then I'm actually gonna add a little bit of sprinkles, and I like to add the sprinkles on the horse's mane, and just try to keep it on the mane as much as you can. I mean, unless you want it everywhere, that's okay. But I just want to add a little bit of sprinkles here, not too many, just wherever they fall. So this is the final unicorn. This is exactly how I pictured it to be, kind of like a spring pastel unicorn cake with the sprinkles. I haven't added sprinkles to any of my unicorn cakes, so since this is mine, I wanted to add sprinkles. I love sprinkles. Anyway, this is the final result. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. That's the most important thing in my videos. I hope that everybody learned something. And for those of you that have any comments or anything about the cake, if you need help with a certain step, please let me know and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I love to help people, so if I can help you in any way, please let me know. Like I said, thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this beautiful unicorn.